As we close in on that voter registration deadline, the I-Team is digging deeper into the new training election officials are now getting to verify voters' signatures. Recently, I-Team investigator Adam Walser uncovered huge disparities in mail-in ballot rejection rates among Florida counties. New tonight, he's giving you a rare look inside the state's first official signature matching class, which could have a real impact on how your vote is counted in what's expected to be a close election.
Millions of mail-in ballots are pouring into elections offices at record-shattering rates.
We're doing some targeted ads and special educational brochures.
Shelley Clark, president of League of Women Voters in Bay County, is urging voters to update their signatures and get their ballots back 3 weeks early. Her own mom, 89-year-old Astoria Clark, is among those voters.
She is concerned because she has an intricate signature.
A recent University of Florida study found mail-in ballots from minorities are twice as likely to be rejected. Older voters also have more ballots rejected, and Bay County has Florida's second highest rejection rate.
We've talked about that and in her signature and, making sure that it is the same.
No one writes exactly the same way twice.
Tom Vastrick, a handwriting expert, came up with a crash course in signature matching for election officials.
And the people require some level of training to be able to do this.
Lawmakers who made training mandatory last year offered little guidance.
What would you consider to be the minimal level of training to be an expert in your field?
The equivalent of full-time 24 months of training.
Vastrick's first class, given last October, lasted 1 hour 47 minutes.
So this is just kind of the Cliff Notes version.
Oh yeah, this is not. I'm not training the people at the Election Commission to be forensic document examiners. I am training them in the process of accepting or rejecting a ballot.
We're going to break it down into its elements.
I took the course online, like many members of the local canvassing boards.
We all have viewed handwriting in our own way for all these years.
The 116-page presentation covers handwriting systems, deviations, spacing, letter height ratio, baseline habits, letter connections, initial and terminal strokes, pen pressure, letter design, slant, variation, evolution over time, pen lifts. It's enough to make your head spin. And my handwriting's so bad I'll never be able to decipher all these notes. And lots of time was spent on forgery.
And then we're going to do quite a number of case reviews.
There are 4 different ways of committing forgery, and I teach them what the characteristics of each of them are.
Have you got anybody trying to cheat?
I have found numerous ballots that were not genuine.
In less than 2 hours, the class reviews more than 200 signatures.
The training was good. I attended in person.
Sarasota County's election supervisor says he figured most of it out.
Whether that's a slant a certain way, whether it's above or below the line, how you dot I's, cross T's.
But forensic document examiner Sina Wong believes he may be in the minority.
But it was a lot of information, too much.
Wong testified about the infamous ransom note in a civil trial related to the JonBenét Ramsey murder. She says Vastrick's class covered too many topics too quickly.
You can't control when people are in a seminar whether they are going to pay attention or not.
And Wong says some of his presentation was little more than a guessing game.
Okay, this signature is not genuine.
They were not told why they got it right or why they got it wrong.
And at the end of the training,
and this is going to be our last one.
Are any of these people ever tested on their knowledge?
I don't know. I am not part of that process.
The state confirmed in this email, no one has to pass a test.
If they know that they are going to be tested at the end, I can tell you a lot more people are going to be paying attention.
Florida's signature matching training was a bargain. The state paid Vastrick $2,000, less than $30 per county, for his seminar and a nearly identical refresher video posted on YouTube. Vastrick says if his students can't make a match, the voter will be contacted, then provide their ID and submit a form to the elections office.
I think it's okay that you can spend an hour or two, even in an extra step, to make sure that your vote counts.
That has to be done within 46 hours of polls closing. Shelley Clark says she's urging voters not to cut it close.
Is that kind of a hardship on some of these folks who may be in their 80s or 90s?
This is part of why we emphasize the October 13th.
It's kind of like the Wild Wild West. You do as you please, or you do the best you can.
And what's going to be the outcome of that if it's a close election?
I'm going to lock myself in the room and turn off the TV. I don't want to hear any of the news. It's not going to be pretty.
I'm I-Team investigator Adam Walser taking action for you.